Friends, in this video we are going to learn the neat questions that are asked from chemistry class 12 part 2. Reaction between benzaldehyde and acetophenone and presence of dilute sodium hydroxide. So it's a direct NCERT statement. This is benzaldehyde and this we call it as acetophenone. In the presence of a dilute base like sodium, dilute sodium hydroxide, the reaction is called as cross-aldol condensation. So, which of the following is a natural polymer? Again, a direct statement from NCERT. So, natural rubber has cis 1,4 polyisoprene. Cis 1,4 polyisoprene is natural rubber. Natural rubber is, of course, a natural polymer, hence cis 1,4 polyisoprene is a natural polymer. The reaction between acetone and methyl magnesium chloride followed by hydrolysis. Acetone is a ketone and methyl magnesium chloride is a Grignard's reagent. So this we encounter in the lesson alcohol, phenol and ethers. So when a ketone reacts with a Grignard's reagent, the resultant will be a tertiary alcohol. Hence tert butyl alcohol is given out. It's not going to be isobutyl isopropyl, it's going to be tertiary butyl alcohol. So seeing tertiary you could mark it. Next question, elimination reaction of 2-bromopentane to form pentoene is a beta elimination reaction, of course. Since the hydrogen or the bromine is in beta, say the carbon atom to which the halogen atom is attached is called alpha. The carbon atoms next to the alpha carbon atoms are called beta carbon atoms. Even this is a beta carbon atom, this is a beta carbon atom. Since hydrogen from beta is getting eliminated, it is called beta elimination reaction, and it also follows Zaitse's rule. If the reactant, if the product is pent 1 in, the case is different. It is against Zaitse's rule. If since the product is pent 2 in, the reaction follows Zaitse's rule, and hence beta elimination reaction is correct, follows Zaitse's rule. Dehydrohalogenation or dehydration, so it is going to be dehydrohalogenation. Hydrogen and halogen is removed, hence it is dehydrohalogenation. For dehydration reaction, H and OH group is removed. Hydrogen and hydroxyl group has to be removed for a dehydration reaction, hence it's not D and it's A, B, C. So next question, which of the following is a basic amino acid? Basic amino acid. We know that the NH2 group infers basic property. So whichever amino acid has NH2 group in it, it is called basic amino acid. Whichever has COOH group, it is acidic. If COOH groups dominate the NH2 groups, if there are two COOH groups and only one NH2 group, the amino acid is going to be acidic. So the dominance also matters, the number of amino groups and carboxyl groups. So lysine has an amino group in it, hence it's a basic amino acid. Lysine is a basic amino acid. Moving on to the next question, sucrose on hydrolysis gives. Again a direct NCERT statement. Sucrose is one of the common disaccharides which on hydrolysis gives equimolar mixture of D plus glucose and D minus fructose. D plus glucose, D minus fructose, alpha D glucose, beta D fructose. So alpha D glucose, beta D fructose. Next question, which of the following is a cationic detergent? Cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. Again a direct, cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide is a cationic detergent. Next question, Identify compound X in the following sequence. The reaction resembles to the preparation of aldehyde. Since aldehyde is given as the product, the final product, it is an example of aldehyde preparation. Side chain chlorination followed by hydrolysis. Toluene chlorine in the presence of sunlight gives benzyl chloride, which on hydrolysis gives benzaldehyde. So again a direct NCRT statement or reaction. So it's important to practice reaction as possible. Which of the following amine will give carbylamine test? Only primary amines give carbylamine test. It is well known that only RNH2 kind of amines will give carbylamine test. So NH2 is present only in this case, and other cases has NH, NHN. Hence, it's not possible. NH2 group is important for carbylamine reaction, and anisole on cleavage with HI gives. So usually anisole on cleavage with HI. This is a big mechanism which could be made simpler. In our subsequent videos, you could expect a major concept behind this with clear cut concept explanation. For now, whenever anisole cleaves, the phenol is going to be an important product and the remaining will form an iodide. So anisole has a formula, a benzene ring OCH3. Of course, the cleavage takes place in this way. Since the cleavage cannot takes place like this, because if the cleavage takes place in the second manner, then it will form an aryl carbocation which is highly unstable. Here in this kind of reaction mechanism, stability of carbocation is important. So O minus and CH3 plus form a stable carbocation, a carbon oxygen anion. After that, Hi cleaves as H plus and minus. Negative move towards positive and positive move towards negative. Hence, it forms phenol and methyl iodide. And that's the answer. Thank you.